Hello and welcome again to another exciting episode of Talking Snacks, episode 10 of A Gaming Podcast. You're joined by me, as always, and welcoming back.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back, Mr. Cuff.
Back, double-digit special.
Double digits. Yeah, we're at 10.
Yeah.
So, you feeling better? You doing good?
Yeah, it's good to be here. I'm tired. It's been a rough week.
The illness had you down.
Yeah, I guess so. It messed up my sleeping schedule, too. It was fucking weird. It was like falling asleep at like 7 and waking up at like 4 in the morning. It was just all over the place.
But people missed you last week.
Nice.
Joey gave a shout out and
Well, shout out to Joey. I'm back. It's good to be back.
Yeah, everybody seemed to enjoy Cabe's. I'm sure you listened to it. Cabe's energy.
No, I didn't listen to it. It was shit. I don't listen to this shit podcast.
I know. I hardly listen to it either. No, I'm kidding.
No, I liked it.
Yeah, no. His energy was quite unmatched. I feel like we're trying. We kind of calm and.
We need to have all three on.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah. We got.
Complete the
trifecta.
Yeah, it's no. Fuck, I'm missing the word. It's no secret that I'm a big fan of the old school kind of funny stuff, and I thought, me and you to his would be kind of like a Colin and Greg situation where you have the people that are calmer, a little bit more about facts, and then just gaming.
I think Cabe would be Greg if anybody.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he'd come through with the energy and the excitement. Yeah, he was kind of hard to keep under wraps. I'm sure you could hear in certain segments. Trying to keep him to
passion, buddy.
Yeah. Trying to keep him to. It's not a script, but to the bullet points that we have, and somehow we went down tangents of
tangents is what
Xbox
we do here.
Live, Need for Speed, Underground, Original.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He talked about like Most Wanted and everything. It's cool though.
Actually, we have some Need for Speed on the list today.
We do, but we'll talk about that later.
I know. As always, it's been a week. Actually, been 2 for you.
Yeah, I guess it has.
How you been?
Well, aside from the sickness, meh. Brings it up to a fair meh.
Meh?
Yeah. With the sickness, it was pretty shit.
Yeah. I think the best you get out of life, for me most of the time anyway, is about meh.
About meh? Yeah, that seems about
Sometimes
right.
you get above it.
Yeah, a little bit. And then
Monday comes around.
Then Monday comes around, or your car messes up, or something, and then you're just brought back to meh.
Yep.
I'm not suicidal, but let's wrap this up. Like,
Who's that? Was it Mulaney?
Nah, it was a meme I seen. Like
that was some comedian.
No, it was like a Twitter screenshot thing or whatever. But no, it's been an alright week aside from the brush with the flu or whatever it was that I had. I got back into League of Legends and I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's ruined my life.
Again?
Not yet, because I haven't spent money on it yet. But they released a new thing. Well, it's been out for a while, but it's one of those auto battle simulator battle chess things. Team fight tactics. And goddamn, it's all I want to play. And it's just awful because there's no rhyme or reason to it or anything. It's just, for the most part, just RNG. Every round you get like a selection of things you can buy or items you can get, whatever. And it's just like, what do you want to open this?
Yeah, kill the noise from the fridge.
Yeah.
Forgot to kill the fridge.
There we go.
There you go. Eliminate that background humming.
But no, aside from that, I played the ever-living bejesus out of Outer Worlds, which I loved, thoroughly enjoyed. Played it for like 3 days straight.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you've beat it? No, yeah.
Yeah, I've beat it. I want to go back and wrap up all the other stuff. I missed a whole couple trophies.
Is it open-ended when you beat it? Or does it go back?
I don't know.
Okay. I was just... You know how some games like end you right before the final mission, you can go do whatever? Or does it end and you can still go around after completing?
I don't know. You'll have to play the game to find out.
All right. I do want to keep it spoiler-free, but...
Yeah. If anybody hasn't played Outer Worlds yet, I can give you a couple tips. Pick your leveling points wisely, because the level cap is a thing. Just throwing that out there, because I was not expecting that. And there were things I should have put points in that I wish I could have, but I was on that fast track of just like, oh, that looks a little low. I'll level that up a little bit, kind of balance it out. Nah, you want to... If you got an idea for your particular character, one little thing, one little niche that interests you, go with that. Because if you sprinkle it out like all over the place, yeah, you'll have good, like decent all-around skill stuff. But later on, some of those skill checks rough.
I don't think I've gotten to that point.
It sneaks up on you. No doubt.
That's basically been my week, other than work. Outer Worlds.
Oh, I love it, dude. It's fantastic. Like, it came out, last Friday?
Yeah.
Literally, that's all I did.
No, 2 Fridays ago.
Was it 2 Fridays ago?
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
So I had a whole spiel, and Cave knew nothing about it, and I was just having to explain it to him. And
well, when it came out, that Friday that it did come out, literally, that's all I did. Friday night, got home, got back from school. It was just like, Outer Worlds. Woke up Saturday, Outer Worlds. 14 hours straight. Sunday, Outer Worlds. And then I beat it like Monday morning. And I was like, yeah. What's life again? What's outdoors?
What do now?
Yeah. But definitely going to do a second, possibly third playthrough. Try to wrap up all those trophies.
I was going to say, you doing the trophies.
Yep. That supernova difficulty intimidates me. I don't know if you read it.
I did.
Yeah, that looks... I never did that in the Fallout games, but kind of want to do it in this one. But it looks tough.
Is that a trophy?
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Plus, there's some hidden trophies. I don't know what they could be. I'm gonna have to look them
you
up.
You can push square on the.
Well, no, like I went back. I don't like to. I do this thing where like I don't like to look at trophies until after I beat the game. You know, for like spoiler sakes or whatever. And so I beat the game, and as the credits were rolling, I was looking at some of the trophies, and like some of the easiest shit I could have got, I just missed. Like, there's a trophy for just shooting people in the dick in slow motion, or the time dilation thing, and I was like, I could have done that. It ain't but like 30 guys you have to shoot in the dick or something. It was like a trophy. I was been shooting everybody in the dick then. Thought I'd known that. Also, there's a couple glitches in the game. You probably haven't come across them yet, but there's some bugged companion quests that cannot be completed as of now in certain instances, and that's a bummer. The engineering girl, what's her name? Pavardi?
The first one?
Yeah. She's got a companion quest later on, and for whatever reason, you talk to her on the ship, and she's telling you about it, and you're like, the dialogue choices come up, and like, yeah, I'll help you out with that, and as soon as you do it, you know, a little quest box pops up in the top right, like with the quest name and whatever the description and all that, and that'll pop up, and then literally as she's talking, you'll hear like a quest failure noise thing, and it'll pop up and say, this quest has been botched because Pavardi or whatever her name is dead. And it's like, what? So like, that was awful.
Did you do some research and find that it's
Yeah.
a common problem?
Yeah, it's a thing apparently. Nobody knows what, to my knowledge, nobody knows what causes it. It's just like, it just happens. And you can't really do anything about it, which sucks, because I reloaded saves. I tried coming back to her to talk to her at like a different point in like the main story thing, see if that made a difference. Nope. Yeah, it's just... So I missed out on that, which sucks, but maybe by the time I get my second playthrough done with, it'll be all wrapped up. But yeah, that's basically been my week. Those two things. Sorry. Ranted for a...
It's all good. You've been gone.
Yeah.
The people need to hear your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Basically, I've been doing the same thing. Still haven't beat it, but took my time with it. I get lost, even though I feel like there's not a lot to get lost with.
It's not.
But I do tend to, for some reason, want to complete everything, or everything that I can as soon as I reach a place.
Yes.
For some, I don't know. So I end up just stuck on this thing. Like, hey, you got a mission to go somewhere else. I'm like, well, we'll see about that. And then
have you made it to Monarch yet?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's hard for me.
I'm gonna say no then.
Yeah, because
that's a big chunk.
Yeah.
But eventually you reach a point where, because I did the same thing. I'm like, anytime anything led to a side quest, I'm on that, you know. And eventually you reach a point where you can't even do those side quests until a main quest thing opens up, or like it'll put the main quest in an area where there's a whole bunch of side questy things, which
kind of guides you towards them.
Yeah, it kind of. So you'll see what I'm talking about when you get to that planet, because there's a sizable chunk of the game, and it's kind of
like your main world, maybe.
not really main world, but it sets the tone for the rest of the game depending on what you do a little bit, slightly. So, yeah, bear that in mind.
Well, half the problem with that is I bought Luigi's Mansion Friday.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. That's taken up my weekend. I haven't touched Outer Worlds since that, and I'm pretty sure if you know the way Luigi's Mansion works, there's levels. You're in a big like hotel.
Yeah, I remember seeing we watched the, what was it, E3 thing or something on it when they were first showing it off with the Gooigi and kind of his whole mechanics and everything, and how you body slam ghosts.
Yeah, I thought that would get repetitive, but I actually love it. It's because it's just I don't know why, but I remember as soon as I did it, I was like, this is gonna get old, and for some reason it just doesn't. There's just so much variety in the puzzles and the beating up the ghosts and capturing them. The boss ghosts have so many different ways you have to go about, actually capturing them. The miniature ghosts that you just slam around are actually, they're fun. So you can bash one onto another, and normally there's a handful of them around, so try to grab them. And me and my girlfriend was playing, and the co-op was fantastic. And like I said, I'm pretty close to having all the elevator buttons. I think there's 15 buttons on the elevator, and I'm at 10. I think I've just got 11. I can't remember.
Damn, y'all played the shit out of that thing, huh?
Yeah, Saturday. Beat it. Yeah, Saturday. Literally, we woke up at like fucking crack of noon.
Crack of noon.
Yeah, I think wasn't it daylight savings on Saturday?
Yeah, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah,
that was wild.
Yeah, I woke up at 7:30 and was like, man, I feel good. But I guess it was supposed to be 8, so it would have been normal.
When did it happen? Sunday? Like you? What was it?
Saturday.
Saturday?
I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I remember I got up early and was like, this feels early. Why am I up this? And then I remember that, hey, we got an extra hour of sleep for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Then we went out and ate, got lunch, and I picked up I haggled, actually.
Was it lunch or breakfast at that time? Because, time went back.
I can't remember.
Shout out to any third shift workers. I know that had to
suck. Yeah, I've always wondered about that. And apparently they just have to work an extra hour and they only get paid for 8 hours or something.
Wow, that's garbage.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. That can't be true. Because you're actually working another hour.
Yeah, right? Because you work up to 2 o'clock.
But on the clock.
And then you go back to 1. How does that work if you cross the time zone?
We're not going to get into this. Bless the people that live in Alabama. Yeah. What's the time in space?
What if you're in a plane flying over a time zone and the daylight savings time hits?
The plane crashes and you become Indiana Jones.
Time is weird. It's silly.
But no, I actually haggled my way through a Switch purchase.
What do you mean you haggled your way to a Switch purchase?
Walmart will price match their online website.
Oh, you did that? Okay.
But
you used to do that with Magic cards.
I couldn't get the price to show up on the official website. Like when I googled Luigi's Mansion Walmart, it was like $49.99, and I was like, oh shit! So I clicked it, and it was like $59.99. I was like, huh. I backed up, tried it a couple different times. Every time I went to the official Walmart website, and not just like the Google sponsored like shopping thing.
Oh, like one of the thumbnails or whatever. Yeah.
It would say $59.99, so I was like, all right. So I just screenshotted it, and I just went in there to Walmart and was like, can I get this game? And this says Walmart right here. You see, it says Walmart.com, and it says $49.99. And I had to talk to him a little bit, and he was like, well, the game's coming up. I'm like, yeah, but this is your website. And he was like, well, yeah, it is Walmart.com. I'm like, yeah, can I get this? And he was like, yeah, I'll give it to you for $49.99.
We used to do that with Magic cards.
Yes.
Because there for a while, Dollar Tree sold some kind of Magic the Gathering thing. It was like $1
packs.
Yeah, it was like $1, but you only get like 4 cards or something like that. And that was when Walmart first started doing its price matching thing. And you could literally go over there, and I think a pack of them was like close to $5.
They're still high.
Yeah, I mean, and but they came with like 15 cards versus like 4 or 5, whatever it was. And so, all you had to do was literally just go over there with like a receipt and be like, see, it says MTG Magic the Gathering right here. And then, they don't know what Magic the Gathering is, cashier or whatever. $3 is like meh, whatever. So you just price match it like that, and you walk away with like a booster box worth of cards for like $20 or something.
Yeah, I would have bought all of them.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much what we did. I remember Corey turned me on to that. Pretty hype. But anyway, what was we talking about?
Oh, Luigi's Mansion.
Oh,
how dope it is! Yeah. Fantastic game. I don't really have it any on the notes and stuff, but highly recommend it. You got a Switch, go fucking get it. Fan of the old one, go fucking get it.
I never
played one. You got a Switch, got $60 extra. probably will like
What?
it. What?
The original
What about it?
is $60.
I mean, have fun finding the original, yeah.
On
Probably
the
not.
Switch?
No.
Oh.
Original, yeah. Original's probably at your local little retro shop for
What'd you say was
20.
$60?
the new one.
Oh. My bad.
Yeah.
I never played the second one.
Yeah, it was on the 3DS, and
Oh, gross.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why game developers do that.
People played games on that? I thought that was just PictoChat. And
The 3DS didn't even have PictoChat.
what? Which one had that?
The original DS.
Oh, that's right. Yep, you're right. Shows how well versed I'm in Nintendo stuff. I'm still living in the GameCube days. Everything past that is just awful.
Just a big blur.
Just a big motion controls, 3D gimmicky bullshit.
Motion controls aren't bad.
They're terrible.
If you
Don't even
can
try.
get them
Don't
right.
Don't even.
Some of the
Try.
best motion controls I've ever seen in a game was Resident Evil 4 on the Wii.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Next thing you're going to do, you're going to say, PlayStation should have pursued the iToy. They should have just made an entire console based on the iToy.
No, Microsoft did that.
Yeah, how'd that work out for them?
Not well.
Oh, wow. It's crazy.
Yeah. But PlayStation's still doing things with their movie things. It turned into their PlayStation VR.
Yeah, but that's not their main thing.
No, definitely not. No.
They didn't come out with the PS4 and be like, by the way, buy this camera, otherwise you're fucked. You know? They came out with the Wii and they were like, do you like awkward controllers that fling out and smash lamps and TVs and possibly harm individuals?
I never let go of a Wii remote like that.
Yeah, but people did.
Yeah,
Because
because
people are stupid.
people got excited. We're playing video games!
I guess.
Smash.
It's silly. The only good thing to come out of the Wii was Mad World.
Smash Brothers Brawl?
Nah, Brawl was garbage.
No, you didn't like Brawl?
Nah, because
Okay.
it had tripping.
Oh my god. Bitches be tripping.
Yeah, you do in that game.
Yeah.
Plus it was slow. Ugh.
I had-
Ultimate is a nice,
Return to form.
a nice feel. It's not melee fast, which, was never supposed to be like that in the first place, but it's not brawl slow. It's a nice little medium ground. Just right there in the middle, I feel like. But yeah. What are we talking about again?
I don't know, man. We're doing this real fast. We're not in sync like we normally are. That week's got us thrown off.
Yeah. Absent.
Where's Cabe at? No. Let's get into what we have jotted down, which is
20 minutes later.
Yeah. We got. What the fuck do we got?
Neo 2's coming out soon.
So if you like that,
If you like that,
no, it
pick
did have
it
a
up.
trailer.
It looks wild, honestly. It's basically looked like the first one, just crazier. The first one was a lot more grounded, I feel like.
Grounded. That story was fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was nuts, but I meant like gameplay wise. Like, you had your weapons, you picked
That
your
dude turned into a wheel in the trailer.
Dog, I'm talking about the first one.
I know. You're saying the second one looks grounded though.
Did I say the second one? I meant the first one, my bad.
Oh, you might have.
Yeah.
Man, we are just
Yeah,
not
we
on the
are.
same boat.
Different wavelengths. But no, the first one you picked your weapon, whatever you wanted to use. You can do your little Super Saiyan mode and then summon like a little cutesy animal or whatever. This second one is just like, let me just go straight demon Gogeta form and turn into a wheel or a fucking llama or whatever he turns into and just go ham. But looks like very, very sparkly, very clean looking. I might pick it up. I don't know. That may be a Christmas thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bargain bin if that for me. Because those are PlayStation. Is those PlayStation exclusives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I could be wrong, but
Yeah. I want to grab it. I see it, but it's under like so many loud things, so I'm not going to.
I don't blame
But yeah, I never completed the first one. It's been forever and a fucking half. But just got to that point where it didn't quite feel like I was doing anything. I was just
you. That's kind of how I did.
beating it up and
I cheesed that game to the point to where I literally just glazed through it and like was just on autopilot mode, and I can't even remember like the story or like what it led up to.
I remember
or
the
anything.
story being goofy.
Yeah, I mean it was definitely goofy. Like, hey, random white guy, you want to be a samurai and fight demons?
But he was supposed to be somebody in real, like...
Yeah, I mean they alluded to some kind of English colonist or something
Yeah.
who got washed ashore or
William
some shit.
something.
Yeah. But it was just woo anime nonsense.
Yeah.
Throw it out there.
Isn't that what Japanese devs do best, though?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or worse.
Yeah. You want some nonsense? Go pick up Code Vein. That story.
That game actually hit like best selling of.
Dude, I can believe it. I mean, it's a solid game, but that story is just like
Damn, that was something I was gonna put on here. Remember we talked about doing like a monthly game list. See what games sold best last month. It's fucking November. We could have done that.
Yeah, where's that at?
I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
save it for next week. Next week we're gonna have like an NDP rundown or whatever the fuck it's called. Best selling games gonna be all consoles, multi-platform, kind of just games. Whatever's best selling, top 10. Kind of just give us something more to talk about. Run down those. Keep you in the know, you know. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody and you. Most of those are probably always going to be sports games. Sports games always top fucking 10.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see
that's true.
we're gonna see basketball games, we're gonna see Madden games, and for all you sports game fans, people, have fun listening to us skip right over them and not have nothing to say about them except for Cuff, who occasionally dribbles, or is it drabble? What do you do in that one
Drabble?
game? Yeah, what was that one game?
Yeah, you drabble in
Yeah,
basketball.
you drabble in basketball.
No, I haven't played a 2K.
I dabble a little in basketball.
I haven't played an NBA 2K game in a minute. I mainly just picked it up because some guys I used to work with at Subway played it. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but man, that's a whole different breed of just like they take that shit serious, dog.
Yeah.
Especially that one. I think it was like 2K 16 or 17. You can go into an online mode, kind of like a free roaming mode with your custom character, you know, and like it's kind of RPG-ish in a way.
I was gonna say that sounds wacky already.
It is, because you basically you pick factions from like West Side Dunkers or East Side Dribblers or whatever, or like you know, and so you can do that whole East Coast West Coast thing, and you can go to like fucking basketball courts, and you literally walk around the courts, and you can see like other players playing their game out
wasn't that
in
like
real
the
time.
court system or whatever?
Yeah,
It was called?
yeah, it was pretty crazy actually when you think about it, because like it had like 10 courts, and you know there's different ones for like 3-on-3 or 5-on-5 or 1-on-1 or whatever, and like you walk by them in like the free roaming mode or whatever, and it's like you look over and there's somebody actually playing an actual in-game version of the thing. You're like, wow, this is neat. And then you play and you realize how garbage you are at the game, and you get sent hate mail and voice messages, and some dude who's got like 336 tatted on his stomach with just like gang signs and a shirtless giant buff dude is like, man, you trash, dog, you just awful, dude, like why are you even playing this game? And it's like, okay, I am sorry, I'm gonna go back to All-Stars mode and play Kevin Garnett because that's all I know.
You lost me at basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's about it.
Yeah. They should have put Airbud in that game.
Dude, he would have been the best.
Yeah.
Wait, he didn't play basketball. Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, dude, he did everything.
I thought he was football.
No, they made an Airbud movie for everything. Pretty sure he was in soccer as well. I think he went to space.
Airbud went to space?
Maybe.
You see the smile on my face when you said that? I got so excited.
There's no rule that says dogs can't play basketball.
Is that what they say in the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good movie.
Get out of here, you big stupid animal.
Anyway, I don't know how Neo turned into basketball, but alright.
Well, this is an art form we have.
Yeah. Might as well just... They should play this in, like, calculus lessons, because we go on so many tangents, it's just ridiculous.
I'm glad you said that, because that makes me feel better. I was more aiming towards loony bins or something, because 1 minute we were on something, and then, woof.
The doctor's over there with their clipboards, like, I don't even know what to prescribe. They're woof. Ritalin doesn't help. Or no, not Ritalin. What is it? They give, like, the ADHD people. Adderall.
Ritalin, same thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that would help me at all, honestly. I've never taken it. But I've heard it either does one of two things. It either hypes you up or just turns you into a couch
Man,
potato.
have you ever been to a party? Anyway, back on track.
Back on track.
What we don't really have is too much fucking news, but I'm going to just kind of throw this on here. The BlizzCon did happen.
It did.
And
amidst all the drama.
All the drama. Did you see...
You air quotes all the drama. Blizzard's in
I know, but...
deep shit.
Apparently nobody gave a shit because they had just rained games on people. And,
Yeah. Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Who would have thought in American capitalist society the way you get people to shut up is to just show them shiny things?
Yeah. But did you see the apology or anything? Did you watch that video of the guy apologizing?
No, I don't give a shit. I don't care about Blizzard.
No.
Yeah.
I watched it. He definitely said he's sorry about something. That's all. Like it didn't really sound sincere at all.
Sorry about something.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't answer it properly. So we didn't. We acted too quickly, and we disappointed people. We're just trying, dude. It was very awkward, but I guess from their standpoint, they had to have somebody come out and address the issue.
Well, they should have addressed it.
Better
right
late
away,
than never.
Right?
Yeah.
Man, why are you gonna wait till your company's biggest event to be like, oh, by the way, sorry guys, this is definitely not a twist off. It is a twist off.
Yeah. I just thought that was kind of sad, but then immediately wrapped like his whole conversation up with,
by the way, guys, here's this
Diablo 4. Yeah, Diablo 4, and I'm gonna bring that right into what we care about. Our new segment's over. We didn't plan properly.
Yeah, but that was the new segment. BlizzCon happened.
Neo 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's not even news. There's a trailer for Neo. It's a new trailer for Neo.
Yeah, I did have Death Stranding, the official trailer, but the game comes out this week,
God,
so I just moved that.
I'm honestly glad you took it off, though.
But the game comes out this week, so I figured we could just talk about it.
That game looked like doo-doo. It does. I'm sorry. But for like a year and a half, probably even closer to 2.5 years, all we saw from that game was just Norman Reedus' face, a baby, cinematic things. And if they showed gameplay, it was like 3 seconds of like him walking up a hill or like on a motorcycle or
Trudging
something.
along.
Yeah. It was just that for like 2 years straight. It was just like doing the Kojima thing. We're like, let's put epic music behind this cinematic thing and make everything look all artsy. And then the reviews came out and it was like, dog, this is a walking simulator. Like you can.
Well, it's got mixed reviews.
I mean, sure.
It's got its highs and it's got its lows.
Right. But
I think it's sitting at like a 70-something on Metacritic.
That honestly surprises me. I would have expected like AAAs across the board because it's Kojima.
Yeah.
But maybe reviewers are finally becoming woke. We'll see when Last of Us 2 comes out. How the reviewers, how unbiased they are.
You praying on that one, ain't you?
Yeah, I am.
That game's gonna just shit gold into people's brains.
Well, that's what I thought Death Stranding was going to be. You know? Basically, it was just a giant walking simulator. I was waiting for that reviewer to just be like, he just shit on it the entire review. I was waiting for him to like throw out that 9.5, and I'd be like, what? But no, he actually stuck.
That was an IGN review too, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he got fired for that?
I doubt it. He's no Jim Sterling. Calm down, there.
Yeah. Well, he got fired because he threatened to get sued or something, right? Or was that after he left?
That was after he left.
Ah.
Yeah, he got fired because he went against fucking protocol and made a honest review when they were like, we can't bash this game. And then he was like, well, I'm going to make an honest review. And he bashed the game.
Good for him. What game did he bash?
I don't know.
Oh.
We could look it up after this is done.
Yeah, I don't care enough.
I know you don't care. You don't care enough about Jim Sterling.
I don't care enough about Jim Sterling to look it up.
Triple I.
He just reminds, every time he opens his mouth, he just reminds me of like those John Oliver type people who are like, I'm a British guy, so my voice is immediately, I know what I'm talking about. Listen to my opinion. You know.
He does have that kind of would be self-entitlement. Sounds about right. But when I guess you go through all that kind of shit, you just can do that.
Yeah. Something.
Was I interrupting something?
No.
Okay.
I just see my phone flashing and I just checked it. Very unprofessional.
It's okay.
Now that I think
It
about
distracted me and
I just reacted before I could do anything. Anyway, back on track again for like the 5th time already.
I know we're bad this week.
Yeah.
We're bad.
Blizcon came out. Or didn't come out. BlizzCon happened. There were a handful of protesters despite what the internet will have you believe. It's almost like people with anonymity will back up anything.
Yeah. But like you said, flashy things.
Flashy things.
Yeah, get them right out.
Now let's go on another tangent because that upsets me. Blizzard banned people for speaking out against China or for speaking in support of China, and the internet. You thought the internet would have blowed up. Like I was expecting World War III to happen overnight, and then BlizzCon happens, and what did the Spawn Wave guy said? There was like 30 protesters.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Where are the people who are gonna?
Well, let's see.
Where's the people uninstalling their accounts and whatever, cutting off their subscriptions and blah blah. The actual thing comes around, you have to show up in person. Oh no, oh no.
Well, they couldn't wear.
I'm too meek and timid to do it here.
Yeah, they couldn't wear their furry outfits, man. They couldn't.
Yeah, but as long as the internet's protecting me, I'll
support
cosplay.
Anything. You can't cosplay and protest.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you could, but it would just look stupid.
Well,
they're
posers.
Well, at least the 30 people were out there doing their job.
Yeah, I get but that's a far cry from the 40,000
outcry,
yeah, 40,000 attendees and the internet threatening to boycott Blizzard and all that stuff. By the way, Epstein didn't kill himself. And yeah. So anyway, BlizzCon happened. Overwatch 2
got announced,
which is just weird.
Talked about that last week as a rumor, and then bam, here we are.
Yeah.
Do we
have any solid details on the game? Because
they had a trailer.
They
had a gameplay trailer and a cinematic trailer.
This is what I've heard, right? From videos and podcasts and things.
Madness, everything that I pretty much said last week. It's
coming
stupid.
back. It's coming
stupid.
back. If you have the game Overwatch, you can still play with Overwatch 2 people, but you won't have access to single player things or PvE things or whatever is going on with that. And it's just a bunch of confusion. They didn't answer anything.
Yeah.
What's the details?
Why not just have an expansion? Why release a whole sequel title? Why?
Because we're going to have, a year from now, Overwatch Classic. It's going to come out.
It's going to be bare bones, the original roster.
Yep.
No patch updates. So
no
Torbjorn's going to have his turret back.
No patch updates. And you'll have people come out of the woodwork and be like, "This is how it was back when I played it. This is how it was back when I played it." Yeah,
dude. When I was 13, this was the shit.
Dude, you're like 16 now. What?
I liked it when Hanzo's super shot didn't do that thing.
He didn't used to fire multiple arrows. He had a scatter arrow. That was actually on patch 0.98. That was before y'all's time. Yeah. Back then I was Twitch famous, but now I'm on Mixer. So
yeah,
hit me up with that. Silly.
Yeah,
they did not need Overwatch 2.
They don't.
I don't. That's just a cash grab. That's an obvious ass cash grab. We're gonna get to the point where it's just gonna be like Call of Duty. Overwatch 3 next year.
I said it to you. It's almost like a sports game thing, where I don't know. You're paying for the same fucking game, but like with just a simple new feature and a roster update. But I guess the old people are getting the roster, but it's the same fucking. It makes no sense.
Well, at least in the sports game, like stats change, teams change, rosters change, like you said. Overwatch it's just gonna be the same cast of characters, same game. Why not just do, like you said, like an expansion thing
that everybody could buy for
whatever.
Possibly cheaper?
Yeah.
Why not let people buy a PvE version if that's what they want? Why not tack that onto the shop or something?
Because this is just going to be reused assets, maybe with like a prettier interface or something. Full game price.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, how much prettier can it get? It's the same fucking game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That little trailer thing we watched was just like, it's the same characters, but here's them in a PvE setting. Don't you want to pay $60 for that? No, not really. Or $40 for that probably is what it'll end up being. I don't know.
hope it's cheaper than, yeah. I don't get it. That makes no sense. Buy Overwatch 2, play with original can play with you in the multiplayer map. What does that mean? Are they going to have more maps that you can't play on until you buy a whole new game? That's the same game?
Probably. That's what it's sounding like. It's like buying the map packs. You can't play on the map.
Yeah, why can't I just buy the map packs?
Yeah. But anyway,
they're putting map packs behind a paywall and not calling them map packs.
Yeah, liberate Hong Kong. Jesus.
Don't break Jesus into this.
Is he bought out by the Chinese too?
Probably.
They already got Winnie the Pooh, so. Anyway, moving on to the other thing. Diablo 4 is also coming out, and I'm going to go ahead and bury my head by saying this. I don't really care.
What?
Because I'm not a Diablo fan.
Really?
Are you a Diablo fan?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love 2. 3 was okay. I felt like it lost a little bit of what 2 was. But I did multiple playthroughs of 3.
I don't like that thing. I just don't like that game style. that top-down,
like ISO view or whatever.
Yeah, isometric view or whatever it's called, and you just like run through a thing and just mow down thousands of like one-hittable enemies. I mean, sure, it's pretty, it makes you feel badass or whatever, but like after
loot out the ass, just constant upgrades and
I don't know. I've just never really seen the appeal of that. Like, is that a roguelike game, or is it like a campaign mode? I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know where to classify it. Just a dungeon crawler, maybe. Because that's all you really do. You just go through different environments and smack down, like you said,
beat the shit out of stuff.
Yeah.
That's where it varies. Sometimes you get enemies that take like 2 or 3 hits, then use an ability.
Sometimes you run into enemies that just kill you for no reason, and you're like, I was just one hitting everything. Why did I die?
Yeah,
why did I die? Yeah. I thought the trailer looked good. You didn't watch the trailer? Yeah. I mean, you said you didn't care about it, so that would make sense.
Yeah.
Looked hype, but of course, you know, when you have money to throw at a screen and make pretty graphics show up, everything looks hype.
I'm still on the boycott Blizzard train.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I understand that, but
there's not
something about Diablo, though. Just makes me...
There's not enough of that going around, I feel like.
Yeah.
Just dangle the pretty shiny keys in front of something, and you can just forget about all the stuff, apparently. So, yeah.
I was really excited. I think I mentioned it last week. Of a Diablo 2 remaster and report. Would have made me very happy. But we didn't get that.
Okay. Got to focus on Overwatch 2.
And, yeah, the Diablo Immortal also. They had playable things of that, which was the phone game. Don't you guys have a phone?
Yep. Just keeps getting better and better with Blizzard.
That game looks good. To be a fucking phone game.
I guess so. I mean,
it looks like Diablo on the phone.
I guarantee you there's like at least 100 clones of that game already on the Play Store.
Yeah.
But it's Diablo, so...
Yeah, it'll sell.
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah. So... And it was made by their Chinese-backed company that produced the Diablo Immortal thing, so... Or developed the Diablo Immortal thing. So pick that up. Keep funneling your money into Blizzard. Maybe those Chinese people will get their bill passed one day, but fuck them. We got announcements.
Speaking of announcements, you announced to me to put this on the list, so let's see where this goes. World of Warcraft also got an announcement. An expansion.
Yep. It's a pretty crazy one, because...
So are we shifting gears from the boycotting?
Oh no, fuck that. I'm still on the boycott train.
But you got just enough fandom for the WoW.
Well, you were missing it from the list. How are you going to have BlizzCon, but not have everything they had?
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. Well,
yeah.
It's what
at the bottom.
It is at the bottom because we added it last minute.
My bad.
Yeah, because
you also left off their auto chest thing.
It's what we care about.
Okay.
I didn't care about it.
Well, I don't care about any of it, but it's whatever.
Just because it's Blizzard?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, World of Warcraft's got another expansion announced already for 2020. Sylvanas goes to Icecrown Citadel and beats up fucking... Damn, I can't remember his name. A pretty high-ranking undead dude and just tears open the portal to the Shadowlands, hence the name, which, from what I understand in the lore, is like the afterworld. So, boy, that opens up a whole bunch of possibilities.
Everybody that died previously just...
Yep, so get ready for some reappearances from who knows. It's a lot.
Have you seen the thing where the similarities between Shadowlands and Shadowbringers?
No, but I can see that now that you mention it.
Yeah, Kim was showing me some screenshots side by side and was like...
I mean, they both have Shadow in the name.
Yeah, and then like there was like the title screen for both of them. I was like, damn, okay.
Well, at least their sound worked when they revealed Shadowlands, so...
Oh, yeah,
you remember that. But no, that'll be cool, I guess, if you play World of Warcraft. I've stopped giving them money, because I stick by my ideals.
I've always said this, I'll say it again. I have one MMO in my life, and I don't plan on changing that. That's just too much of an investment, too much money.
We have one MMO that we play once
every
year and a half or so.
Yeah, but when we do it, we go hard.
No, we do go hard, no doubt. We hit that 0 to 60 in no time.
We fucking bleed our lives into it. We're like, let's do Savages, and then we try Savages one good time. We're like, that's too hard. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yep.
Let's wait till the next patch, and we'll try it again.
And then we go through that content drought where they're like releasing stuff maybe once a month or two. They're like, there's other games out. We'll come back to this later.
Yep.
So, wash, rinse, repeat.
Girlfriend's still upset. She really doesn't.
She's still playing it?
Apparently.
Has she beat the story? We beat Shadowbringers in like 2 weeks. What does she do?
And tried out new classes and done side missions.
Damn, I leveled a Gunbreaker up to 80. What? Well, not to be sexist, but she is a female in that game, so she probably has a glamour closet and, you know, alt tunes to get the hair right for when I feel like this day I want to play them.
Are you saying you did not care about your character's appearance?
No.
I did.
Okay, yeah, I know.
I did.
You played as a female character, so...
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to look as pretty and kawaii as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Reefy, I always had to look...
No, man.
Smashing darling.
My dude looked like a straight-up mob boss, and he rocked that pompadour through the whole campaign. So, yeah.
I'm just glad I stayed cat.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't move.
Fair enough.
Gotta stay weeaboo cat lady.
Yep. Wrapping up the BlizzCon thing, World of Warcraft's hopping on the bandwagon of... Or not World of Warcraft. Blizzard is hopping on the bandwagon of those auto chess battle things. That
I don't understand what those are.
Oh, they're
I know you play one. You guys
mean,
tried to get me to play it.
You don't really play it so much as... I mean, I guess you do. Basically, you pick what characters you want on your team, and you put them on a board, and they battle themselves. You don't control like the targeting or the gameplay or anything. It just automatically does whatever. And it's... You could argue that there's skill involved in it and strategy or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's just all RNG of like, what character pool do you get? What items do you get? And if you don't get the right items or character to do your thing, then essentially you lose. So, they're throwing one of those out. Very much like the Dota one or the Teamfight Tactics or Auto Chess. And now we got the Blizzard one. I don't even know the name of it. But, yeah. That's that. That's the BlizzCon wrapped up. Despite very awful media, press, internet relations, they had a decent convention. So, yeah. Good for them.
I feel like that's not a lot of games for a fucking whole con.
What do you mean? That's what Blizzard does. They have like 3 mainstays and they stick with it.
I know, but it's a whole convention.
What?
Blew over in like 3 games.
I mean, I'm sure they had panels and stuff. Hope maybe Red Shirt guy was there to sort him out on the lore.
What?
Oh, it's a meme.
Oh, okay.
They had a panel like years and years ago, and like this guy came up to like the microphone to ask a question, and it was people who were in charge of like the lore of World of Warcraft, and he found an inconsistency between the World of Warcraft game lore and like one of the novels. And he asked him about it, and they were just like, wow, yeah, why is that? That is a thing, huh? And they put him in the game and everything, and straightened it out, so. Good on you, Red Shirt guy.
Did he have a phone? Did he have a phone?
I don't know.
Just the Diablo Immortal thing. Yeah.
He probably still supports Blizzard. Cunt.
Damn. Well, let's get away from the hatred. Let's move along to...
Need for Speed Heat.
It'll make you feel like Goku.
Yeah, that trailer certainly will. This is Need for Speed. It very much looks like a callback or a throwback to like Need for Speed Most Wanted. Remember that one?
Yeah.
You ever played one? The cops are involved, or you got to do your street racing, but also avoid the cops. Very nice. Return to form, I guess, if you will.
I just wonder how this game made it so close to release without any fanfare. I know Need for Speed has been...
Probably the same way we didn't even know daylight savings time was a thing. It was just like, wow, that's the thing. All right.
Well, we're pretty into the game news. We do the video games. But I do know that Need for Speed has been hit or miss, mostly miss, for years.
Yeah, I think...
They fucked up a couple of times with... They had one with a weird storyline where you're like first person and
I don't know.
You're a character, and it was weird.
I remember the last one I played was like Hot Pursuit, and it was not the Need for Speed thing that I, remembered. Because I think everybody's first one was like Underground, right?
That's what I was gonna say. Do you want the second one? You can. I'll take.
Yeah, you can have it.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's like grabbing some beverages here. I don't think they'll ever make it back, at least in my heart. But I'm not a very big racing fan.
I mean, normally I'm not either. But Need for Speed did it right. I feel like,
But I think it was that right time for us as we were, we were a little younger, and Need for Speed Underground fucking killed it. 1 and 2. And
yeah, I mean, that was right around the time, the Fast and Furious thing.
I never even watched those fucking movies.
I mean, I watched the second one.
But I think
Too Fast, Too Furious.
they go fast.
I mean, they do.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paul Wall. Rest in peace, gone but not forgotten.
Paul Wall?
Is that not Paul Wall?
Paul Wall is a rapper.
Shit. Well, now I just look like a idiot.
Paul Wall, I think, did music in Need for Speed Underground.
He might have. Maybe I'm...
You're looking at Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. See, I got half of it, right? Yeah.
Paul, didn't he hit a wall? What happened to him?
Well, he fell off a cliff.
Did
He
he?
should have walked instead of drove.
Oh, did he drive off a cliff?
Yeah.
Damn.
He was going too fast. Too furiously.
I'm furious, man. Oof. Oh, my TV did that shit.
Anyway, Need for Speed Heat. Nice. Looks like a nice...
It does look good.
Return to roots kind of thing.
Will it encapsulate what made us actually love the originals? Doubt it.
I doubt it as well.
It's a hard sell for me to actually pick up a fucking racing game these days. The last big racing games, you were saying Need for Speed, but actually remembered the Burnouts, Revenge back in the day, and Paradise. Those were really good. But this was more clean driving, I think. It wasn't about, fucking everybody else's shit up. This is more clean driving and drifting and doing the shit right. If the game made me feel like Goku, like the trailer promises to, I might hop in on that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hard sell for me, dog.
Yeah.
Because racing games aren't at the top of my list in, games I need to play.
Oh, yeah.
But if I had to pick a racing game, it would be Need for Speed.
But there's somebody out there that's just, fucking ready. They got their steering wheel.
Oh, dude, I'm sure.
They got it all set the fuck up.
Again, that's a very niche audience, Like the Forza heads and, the crew guys and stuff that take that stuff seriously. More power to you. I don't know enough about cars to delve that deep into it to give me my Honda S2000 orange with my pearlescent paint and fucking Kong tires back in the Need for Speed Underground days, and I am set. K Bear ever tell you the story about playing Need for Speed Underground at my house?
I don't know, but he gave us a long story about Need for Speed last week.
I don't remember it, but back when that game was hype, I had it on the GameCube, which was whatever. That's what I played it on. And I remember Cave came over to my house one day, and he had the same game, except it was on PlayStation. And he had the fucking steering wheel,
oh yeah,
brake pedal, gas pedal accessory thing. And I remember he came over, and he was booting it up just to show off his car and everything. You know what he was driving? Ford Focus. It's the first car in the game you get. It's one of the first 3 cars in the game you get, and you can upgrade your cars in that game to get better acceleration, speed, or handling, right? And so when I was playing through it, I was like, oh, dude, acceleration, top speed, all the way, right? That's what it matters. And
Paul Wall was a rapper. He did music for Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition.
That's also a...
Those were good games too.
Yeah, I forgot about those. But anyway, Cabe came over and he had a steering wheel and brake pedal and gas pedal thing.
He brought all this?
Yeah.
He brought it.
Yeah. It was wild. Anyway, and he pops in his copy of the game and his memory card and everything, and he boots it up, and I immediately see this lime green yellowish Ford Focus with maxed out handling and shit speed and acceleration. And I'm like, what is this? What? And he's like, hang on, just watch. And he put it on a race, just a random track or something, and he had his little steering wheel thing, and immediately just drifted the entire time around the entire track, just like it was nothing, just an absolute art form. And I was like, okay, handling. I see now. Yeah, handling. All right. But yeah, blew my mind.
I don't think I've ever used one of those gaming steering wheels.
I haven't either. But watching him use it was just like watching Van Gogh paint or something. It was literally...
Does the Wii wheel count? Because I never used one of those either.
Yeah. Silly. Fucking motion controlled. Just get a cardboard tube and you have the Wii wheel.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Next up on the What We Care About list. Do we actually care about this?
Apparently you did, because you made a hubbub about PC specs.
I did. Well, It's pretty crazy. Red Dead 2 is getting its PC release soon.
Mm-hmm.
And it had some silly news come out today to where, shit, even NVIDIA's newest, latest, greatest goddamn $1,200 graphics card couldn't even play it on Max in 4K. Which is pretty crazy.
What does that mean? What does Rockstar use when they're playing the game then?
I don't know.
Well, apparently they didn't have any trouble running it.
Well, yeah.
You PC Master Race people need to get off your shit.
I don't know.
Upgrade.
I can't afford that.
Apparently somebody can.
Yeah. And somebody's probably very upset.
Yeah, well, they can run out and buy their $2,200 graphics card, $2,200 graphics card. I'll just play it on my console.
Yeah.
Where it runs optimally. So, yeah.
I actually figured this would be a good point to bring up. I wasn't the biggest fan of Red Dead.
Yeah, you mentioned this.
Yeah.
On one of them. One of the podcasts. I don't remember what episode. Because you don't like games anymore.
I don't.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's all about PC specs.
No. That's why I just play Luigi's Mansion and wait for Animal Crossing. Just gonna turn into a Nintendo game.
That's
now.
why you don't finish games. Because you're used to playing games that can't be finished.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
God, it all makes sense now. Breath of the Wild, Sekiro, Red Dead 2. All these masterful games. Played them for like 3 hours and like, eh.
You're quite right, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sekiro.
Did you beat God of War?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Surprised.
Why?
I don't know. It was an open world game.
It wasn't really open world, but it was something.
True that.
I just got bored of Red Dead. Yeah, we've had this conversation. You make me feel like I gotta defend myself. Breath of the Wild. I did like most of the dungeons. Never finished. I don't think I just beat Ganon. It's the only thing I didn't really do.
I'll do that later.
Never got back to it.
Whatever.
I had it on Wii U. I don't even think I have it
You
anymore.
paid money for it. I mean, you owe it to yourself to at least finish the games.
I don't have it anymore.
The Red Dead thing I can kind of understand more because it is very slow.
Yeah.
It feels very slow at times. But again, you don't have to do the stuff like that you would complain about.
Yeah, you could just...
You don't have to loot enemies and carry pelts and stuff. You can just go to the missions or do whatever.
Yeah, you can just burn through the game.
Yeah. It's the same thing in like Grand Theft Auto. You don't have to drive around, shoot up cops or whatever. It's just something you can do on the side if you feel like it. I don't know. I like the game.
I appreciate it for what it was.
I mean, I did do all those things at first. Like, oh man, you can skin things and make...
That's cool. It's
like,
cool for the first
yeah,
10 hours. And
yeah,
then
like,
you realize that you have done nothing.
Yeah, because like, as soon as you meet up with the, as soon as the camp becomes like an established thing, and there's like the Trader Joe guy, I can't remember his name. I think his name's Pearson, who can make like animal furs and decorations and stuff out of whatever. Like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. I'll maybe keep an eye out for like beaver pelts or whatever if I come across them. It's like I maybe try to do that maybe like 2 or 3 times to bring back pristine mint condition pelts and everything. But I eventually reached a point where I was like, meh, I want to shoot guys now. I want to go rob trains and make important plot decisions or whatever. So yeah.
Did it matter in the end? Not quite.
A little bit. Very subtly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But kind of excited to see, what it will look like when whoever gets the biggest build out and can run it in goddamn 144 4K.
It does disappoint me a little bit because I remember in the podcast where we talked about this, I was like, I can't wait to see that game modded with HD texture packs and lighting, mods.
Well, it's just going to be native to it, but goddamn, I guess it's just where the whole world's rendered at once.
Literally the whole world.
Yeah. So,
grass, clouds, trees, everything.
I guess it just really strains the fuck out of it.
There is nothing pre-rendered in that game. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, medium specs. Or medium, what do you call it? Graphical detail.
God,
to get...
I love it and hate it at the same time. Because it's just...
Insult to injury, salt to the wind.
It's just... there's so many people out there right now
that are just like, my PC is so much... You don't understand.
Yeah.
You don't understand. Console peasants. And they get it and...
I imagine like the stereotypical guy whose PC case is literally like half his room, with like the RGBs and stuff and like nitroglycerin pouring straight into the veins or whatever. He's like, What do you mean my specs can't run this game in ultra high? They don't know what they're talking about. And then on the flip side, it's like, God, I kind of do want to see what that game looks like on max settings, modded all to hell and stuff.
Yeah. But
somebody will figure something out.
Yeah, yeah.
The internet is
in
a
a
wonderful
year from
place.
now, you know, Nvidia will have a whole $4,500 graphics card with 38 gigs of RAM, and it'll be just.
Oh yeah, imagine how Nvidia feels about this.
I'm sure it does not look good.
Yeah, there's some boardroom meeting right now where like,
There.
guys, Rockstar's calling us out. They say we need to up our ante. Get to work on the specs. I don't care how much it costs. We'll get Jeff Bezos in on it. We'll get his money. We need something. Anything.
I mean, yeah, that kind of does make them look a little rough.
Why them specifically?
Well, I mean, they're
the biggest.
Yeah, them and, I mean, AMD, I guess, but...
They should get a Threadripper.
I mean, that's processor. We're talking graphics card.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
But, I mean, you're talking like one of the most expensive consumer available graphics cards, and it's going to struggle to run it at 4K. That's just... Not struggle, but you're going to have to tone it down. Unless you want to play 4K and 30 frames, but, you know, you say that to a fucking PC guy, and he's going to...
Huh! I scoff at the idea. I bite my thumb at thee.
I don't think I could see it. I think the game... That's a slideshow. The game wouldn't even...
Yep, you see that? You see that right there? Yep. I could tell. The horse's hoof kind of did this thing right here. It stuttered a bit. No.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Can't play it.
It has to be at 60 frames a second, even though the human eye can't really detect things like... No.
Somebody's doing it.
Yeah, I'm sure. They won't be satisfied until they're pushing 700 frames, which doesn't even make fucking sense, but whatever.
Well, I guess that was all of what we care about.
I guess so.
Felt like a big week, but
I felt very pessimistic.
Well, I feel like you were stuck on the Blizzard thing, which, you know, rightfully so.
There's like 8 things on this list, and I shit on like 7 of them. So
I feel like the Blizzard thing left a bad taste in your mouth.
A little bit. That company can eat a bag of dicks, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't really play anything that they put out. I played a little Overwatch, but that's because of you guys. I had fun.
EA, because like everybody hates EA by default because they're just money hungry, right? Like they're just memes at this point. And then Blizzard actually comes out and like supports a communistic country run by dictators and stuff, and they just dangle like pretty little things, and they just get away with it. Because I guess that's just how blind we are to like ideals. That we're just like, oh wow, new games, huh? Blizcon who? What? Who? That's whatever.
I mean, we can't even stand up for shit in our own country.
We could. Nobody just wants to do it.
Yeah, no.
Because, you know, anonymity and all that stuff. Nobody's got the balls to march on fucking Pennsylvania Avenue and say, shit's fucked. Things need to change. Let's do it. So.
I read an article today, and this is going to give you cancer because it gave me cancer.
You wrote an article?
Read. I don't really write. It was a massive amount of people actually believe that God made Trump president. A massive amount of Americans believe that.
Yeah, I mean...
Then I just... How's that make you feel?
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Insert Farnsworth meme.
Yeah.
I guess, like I said...
I'm going to be on the first ship to Mars.
Right up there with Elon Musk. Do DMT with Joe Rogan and Jamie.
No, I couldn't be in Joe Rogan's presence for more than a minute without just wanting to, like, drop kick him. I don't know. I don't even know if he's aware of it, honestly.
You were in odd form today.
I guess so. I don't know. I'm on the fence about Joe Rogan. Because you can tell he's intelligent.
But in what place does that mindset lay?
Like, he can just talk about anything in such a way where it's like, wow, yeah, that's crazy. I've never thought about it that way. And then literally in the next sentence, he's like, by the way, do DMT in a salt bath isolation tank and just open up your consciousness. And like, okay, whoa, what? Where'd this come from? So, yeah, I don't know. His perspectives are all over the place. Anyway.
Speaking of perspectives that are all over the place. Us.
Yeah.
Is what I was referring to. That does it with what we care about. kind of really flopping around on tangents. But, I'm tired of saying the word tangents. We got to come up with a new word. Let's find a thesaurus somewhere. And
The rant. Yeah, we'll come up with it.
But moving on to topics to the table. This is where you, the listener, can send me in some questions. Either YouTube, Facebook, follow me on Twitter. All the links below. We got the A1 Day 1 sending in his question, which I feel very bad for because I know how this is going to go. Because we've already touched on a topic.
Did we?
Yeah.
Is this the Pokemon one?
No. So from Joey, his question is: Do you guys have any intentions of playing Diablo 4 when it comes out?
Oh, God.
Have any past experiences playing the older games? Yeah. This is where.
Yeah, refer to 30 minutes ago.
This is where me showing you the questions from the viewers would have came in handy, but I know you like to go in blind. But
well, I mean, I don't think it would have changed my answer, honestly.
No, but we could have saved the rant for the end.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
because I don't want to rehash everything. But I've played the Diablos before. I'm just not a fan of them. Like Blizzard biases aside, like it's just not my type of game. It's just mindless slaughter.
Yeah,
in a way,
It's kind of almost like the Dynasty Warriors games.
Yeah, kind of.
But with actual stats and RPG mechanics instead of just smacking a button constantly. Yeah, you have skills and stuff that you can unlock that makes progression feel better. And
it's just very repetitive. Like, the first couple hours you play it, you're like, yeah, I feel badass just slaughtering all these things, all these guys, whatever. And then it's just like, eventually you just get to a point where you're just like, okay, yeah, another wave, another batch, they're dispersed, whatever. They complement it, with the slight little level up.
Yeah, I was going to say, by that time you've got a new skill.
Yeah.
I was always, well, to answer your question from my side, Joey, we did talk about it. I used to love Diablo 2. Diablo 1, I didn't like the way that it was almost like RuneScape mechanics.
I never played Diablo. Diablo 2.
You know how RuneScape, the original, where you would like go up to an enemy and you'd be like, smack, and it'd be like 0. Yeah. And they'd smack you and it'd be like 0. That's basically how Diablo 1 kind of was. You'd interact and it would be like a slow little back and forth. And I hated that shit. That was awful. But 2 kind of got a little more active and was more just constant clicking and spamming your attacks. And I was always quite fond of the Necromancer. Mm-hmm. I loved raising the dead and having little minions run around with you. And yeah, I loved 2. 2 got hard. I can't remember. It's been years since I fucking played it. I never beat it. It got to a point to where I couldn't fucking beat it by myself, and online wasn't really an option. I had it on a fucking shitty-ass PC that hardly had internet connection, so I was stealing internet from a fucking neighbor.
Oh, yeah. Damn, I forgot about that. That was the thing.
I had a desktop PC with a wireless NIC card in it that had an antenna of about fucking 3 feet.
Yeah, that's when you had the aluminum foil and stuff, like...
Well, no, I just had it dangling out the window.
Right.
And just a little antenna.
Anything you can do to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, my internet was terrible. But yeah, I played the fuck out of that. And 3, like I said earlier, I played a lot of 3 on PS3. I think it was PS3. And then it ported to the 4, and I never bought it again.
Yeah, I played 3 a little bit. And, I mean, it was definitely refined. A lot prettier. Quality of life changes and everything were great. But it's just not my type of game.
It seemed like 3 kind of killed off a lot of what made 2 special. In the terms
That's
of
what I heard when it came out.
Like there was skill tree and like your skills.
Yeah. It was more of like a linear progression.
Yeah, your character just kind of leveled up and did itself, and you didn't really have a say of anything. And I didn't like that. And I could be wrong, but weapon socketing and stuff, I don't know. Did that have a place in 3?
I really can't remember. Because I think I played the demo, and I think I played a little bit of it at Jake's house. And like... I can see where it'd be fun if it's your type of thing, but like
it's definitely fun with friends. That's
absolutely, yeah. It's a fantastic multiplayer game for sure. I guess maybe that's one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of it. Is like all my experiences with it are like just single player, solo.
Definitely not fun to play solo.
Yeah, I can see
boring as fuck to play solo.
I can, yeah, it makes a lot more sense now than I think about it.
But yeah, that's pretty much that. I do have an issue with the 2 other questions. Joey's girlfriend, Erin, sent in a question.
Shout out to Erin. Big ups to you for sending in a question.
Yep, thank you. Brandon also sent in a question. And
shout out to Brandon. Good on you.
They're both
Skilled Bam Bam.
pretty close to the same fucking question. But I'm going to read them both and we'll just take what we can out of them.
Okay.
Aaron's question was, have you guys seen the new Pokemon starter forms leaks? And if so, how do you feel about them? There were other leaks as well. Brandon writes in and says, which starter are we picking in Sword and Shield? And which starter do you usually choose in each iteration? So, little difference. It's not completely the same. I showed you the leaks.
We've seen the leaks. They look funky.
I like Sobble. Sobble was my A1 when I seen the trailer.
The lizard one.
Yeah, and I like his final form too. I think it's cool because he kind of grows up. He in his first trailer he was a little nervous, a little wreck, and he tried to hide because he had camouflage. And now he's like a sleuthy, kind of badass looking. And he looked kind of cocky.
He looked a lot like Greninja, alternate art or something.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
but in terms of Aaron's question, the leaked forms just look weird. I don't know. It's just something.
You gotta do something, right? You got
900
or so Pokemon.
Yeah, I get it. They have to change it up, but like, I don't know. It definitely feels like a different art team or art direction or something.
In 20 years.
yeah. So it's very like cartoony kind of in a way. It reminds me of like less animal.
And more just
more like humanoidy kind of deal. So now I'm not dissing on it by any means. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play it because I don't have a Switch. But they just look kind of crazy.
Which one would you pick?
Oh, the fire one. Absolutely,
Fire one?
I picked the fire one all the time.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, I'm a fire guy. Charizard, best starter, best Pokemon, any game, hands down. Yeah.
So that answers both questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to pick Sobble for this one, just because I liked his original debut. I loved his little timidness.
Mm-hmm. I hope they stick true to the rumors that we discussed a couple podcasts ago of the whole, like, your starter will be like your starter Pokemon stuff will be like a bigger thing later on. Like, you won't have to ditch any of them once you decide to, like, play the game, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Once you get to that in-game grinding stuff, because I've always disliked that thing. But when it comes time for the competitive battles, online stuff, you're just like, let me ditch these guys because their stats aren't up to par. And let me go, grind, quote unquote, for the best stats, best EVs, best IVs, all that jazz.
It's been a while since I've done that shit. It's been Diamond and Pearl.
Dude, it was like
since I did the EV, IV training. Is it EV or IV, or is it interchangeable?
No, those are both two different things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
IVs are what, the internal values, and then the EVs are the values that you can change.
Oh, so IVs are what the Pokemon's born with, and then
like
the EV is
like in X and Y, it was the stars, right? Like you have 4 stars in this, 5 stars in this, or whatever. And if you ran with a certain Pokemon, you wanted to have 5 stars in these categories, and then you EV it up to whatever, assuming it had the right nature, all that good shit.
Apparently, you can change nature now, so that's cool.
That's good. I like that. Because
let me take a chance at answering Brandon's thing, because mine's not just as clear as yours was. You say fire type.
Oh yeah, all the way. Special attack stat, across the board. Love it.
I think my original, I always liked Bulbasaur. I don't know. I think I changed from generation to generation.
Who'd you pick in? So you picked Bulbasaur in the originals?
Yeah.
What about, like, Sapphire?
Well, Gold and Silver, I was Cyndaquil. I loved Cyndaquil.
Okay. Complete opposite.
Yeah, but I love Cyndaquil. I love Typhlosion. I loved that evolution chain. It was just my shit when I was a
cool
kid.
One. Fiery Ferret. I'm all about it.
Who were the fucking starters for Sapphire? Torchic.
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Or Totodile, I mean.
Oh, that's gold.
Yeah, lost me. I went from Pokemon Red to Y, so.
Yeah, I can't remember them all. Fuck. This makes me feel terrible.
Well, it was like, which one had Blaziken in it?
No, that's Ruby and Sapphire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
God damn, there's been so many. We're getting old.
Wait, Chimchar evolves into Blaziken?
No, Chimchar. was the monkey, and he evolves into
Infernape.
Infernape. Yeah.
Yeah. What's Blaziken's base form?
Blaziken's base form is
Torchic.
Torchic. Yeah.
Yeah. Which one is that from?
Ruby and Sapphire.
Which one is Chimchar from?
Diamond and Pearl.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Pokemon games I missed.
Yeah, because there was Piplup, Torchic. Fuck, what was the grass one?
Sceptile?
Trico.
Trico, yeah.
Trico. There you go.
Evolves into Sceptile. I know the end evolutions because of competitive.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Yeah.
I don't know what
I
games
think it was
they
a
come
Torchic guy for Ruby and Sapphire. And yeah, that's all you're going to get out of me because it's going to take a lot for me to remember Diamond and Pearl. So I know there was Infernape. Now you done got me fucked up. Chimchar.
I know the fire ones. Fennekin.
Oh my god.
From X and Y. I picked Fennekin because Fire Psychic seemed hype for me, but apparently he wasn't very competitive, viable, which was unfortunate. A lot of weaknesses as a Fire Psychic type. Unfortunately.
So you got me outside. I'm not in the.
Oh, you don't know the chart?
Well, you're talking like competitive.
Well, yeah. That's why you play Pokemon, in my opinion.
Well,
because I mean, let's be honest, the story is like.
Well, no, but you do the Elite Four and you can be happy with that.
I mean, again, the story is meh.
I'm not in it for the story, but I level my Pokemons. I'm happy about what I caught. I did my thing. I get bored and I don't ever play it again.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're switching that up. I'm hoping the competitive thing will be a lot easier to get into.
As opposed to, just strong.
Because, like, as bad as this is going to sound, I remember when X and Y came out, and I was playing it on my 2DS. Yes, I bought a 2DS. Remember that? The doorstop memes?
I remember the 2DS. I don't remember you ever having one.
Yeah.
You still have it?
Yeah, I played a few games on it. Fire Emblem, Pokemon X and Y. I got it for X and Y. But,
what color did you get?
The red one.
Transparent?
No, it was just solid red. Yeah, I remember X and Y came out. Beat the game in like a week or two, something like that, and then you begin the in-game competitive grinding stuff. And for that to be efficient, you have to go out and find the right Ditto for the right situation that has the right nature to put all that fucking shit. And I remember for like 2 weeks straight, I had chemistry at UNCG, and I would just have my DS, get my eggs, go to the city, because it was in 3D, it was a 3D game, and you go in the middle, and there's a circle wrapped around that giant, like, electric Eiffel Tower thing, and you hop on your bike, and you just hold down left or right, and you go in a circle, nonstop, until all your eggs hatch. And you look at them, and if they're garbage, you abort them, throw them in the trash, whatever, do...
Frying pan!
Yeah. And go back, get some more eggs, do it all over again. I did that for like 2 weeks straight to just get one team that was... outfitted for their best stats, best whatever, all that stuff.
I tried that for like one Pokemon.
It takes forever.
Yeah, I don't even know which game I was playing at the time, but I tried it for one Pokemon, and yeah, I had like a whole box full of eggs, and I never hatched them all, because after like doing the same thing you just said, but manually, like actually like going back and forth, like running around, I didn't know.
Dude, it's a grind, but it's not even a fun grind.
That's like the people that start and just reset for shinies.
Oh no! See, I could never do that, because at least with like farming eggs, you know that you'll eventually reach the end of it. Shiny hunting is just a whole other just.
Because there's people, I'm in a million different Facebook groups, but they're like, "What's the first thing you're gonna do in Sword and Shield?" And they're like, "Well, I'm probably gonna spend all night starting up and over to get a fucking shiny Score Bunny." And I'm like, "Why is that your mission? Why is?"
They're pretty.
But you got a whole brand new game.
Yeah. And
you're going to just deny yourself everything because of a fucking color palette swap?
I don't think I've ever gotten a shiny.
I caught one in Let's Go.
Yeah?
No, I didn't. I can't remember if I did. I might have did one.
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah.
Because you have to get the chain going or something. I don't remember which one it was, but
it was a piece of shit and I didn't care about it, but it was whatever.
But it was shiny.
Yeah. Because I was going for a certain one that I really wanted, and like a shiny Pidgey appeared, and I was like, this is probably like numbers wise, this is the one that is gonna, and I was like, do I go for that and break the chain, or do I keep going? And I didn't get the Pidgey because I didn't fucking want a goddamn shiny Pidgey because you can't even fucking tell it's a shiny Pidgey.
Yeah, those
it's
are
it's a very similar bird.
Those are the worst ones where the shiny is like, it looks like they just toned down the color shade just a bit. Where like the regular Pidgey's got like brown feathers, and the shiny version's got like brownish gray feathers. Those are the worst swaps.
And plus, being colorblind, I want one that I can obviously see.
I want it to go from red to orange, something I can see.
I want the black Charizard, damn it.
That's a good shiny.
That is a good shiny. Why aren't they all like that?
I don't know. You never, for real, you never met like a competitive team to go online or anything?
Mm-mm. I did clan battles on the original, not the original, on Diamond and Pearl. I was on a Neo Seeker forum, and we had like a bracket and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And it had voice chat and everything through the DS.
Oh, hype.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Did you send them any Picto chats of just like, suck my dick, my
Well, Picto chat was local.
Oh,
yeah.
Shame.
But no, I'm still friends with the guy on something. I haven't talked to him in years, but Mastic. I remember you. He's out there somewhere doing his thing.
I had a few teams on Y, and without Ubers, which are like basically legendaries.
Okay, I thought I was talking about cars.
Yeah, no. Shout out to Uber, but
they're not in our area yet. We'll never.
They're not, dude. We'll save this for later. I got something to say about that.
Yeah, let's finish up the questions because we're still pretty early.
I mean, we answered the question.
I know, but
we're on a Pokemon thing now.
Yeah, well, that's
and
what they asked
and for once, I'm not shitting on something on the podcast. So, the team I was most proud of in Y was my Sandstorm team. I led with Tyranitar to bring in Sandstorm, and then literally everybody else was just like a debuff person, like Pharaoh Seed with the poison. What the fuck was it called? The Caltron. It was an entry hazard. You remember those?
Yeah.
You know, you say yeah hesitantly, but you know those moves like you throw them, your Pokemon throws them out, and all they do is like when a Pokemon comes in, it hits them.
Yeah. Like
Stealth Rocks, shit like that. So basically, lead with Tyranitar. He's got that item on that prevents being one hit. He throws out Stealth Rocks twice, at the most, if he doesn't, get stabbed. And switch to Pharaoh Seed, throw out the Poison Needles or whatever they were called, and then essentially everyone after that had weather boost effects. Like
we need to hook you up with a switch.
Excadrill was on there. He had the weather boost, especially if you can get his Sword Stance off. He could pretty much like one hit anything, even against type resistances. Garchomp was on there. His Mega Form had a weather boost. And if everything else failed, Belly Drum Azumarill, Max Attack, Aqua Rush, High Priority, wipe the rest of the team. I can't remember who the sixth one was. Oh, it was a Rotom. Rotom goes hard and competitive. That's your Ghost type, but he can also change to, Electric, Ghost Water, Ghost Fire, depending on what form he is. That's your debuffer. That's your Willow Whisper, attack debuffer, special attack debuffer, accuracy debuffer. I think the one I ran with was the electric one for Thunder Wave, Thunder Shock to paralyze them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's my Pokemon rant. Roger is very confused. And scared.
Yeah, I was sitting here. I was like, how am I gonna kind of make you feel about this? You ever sat in a room with a bunch of people talking about just car shit that makes no sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you and your
I'm nowhere near that bad. I know basic shit. I don't know anything.
No, I'm saying for me. Anytime your stepbrother and your dad get talking about engines, I'm like, yes.
That's basically what you were doing about Pokemon, but I know Pokemon kind of, but I guess I don't.
Well, you said you did clan battles and stuff. I thought you would have kept up a little bit with that. You never battled like friends for like Edict dominance, like my team.
Yeah, but we wasn't like that bad at it. Well, that bad or that good at it, rather. Whatever you would like to.
I'm telling you one thing, that'll tear friends apart. Because I remember when that game came out, and like I battled like Graham and Jesse and Morgan a few times, and God, I don't know about them. I can't speak for them, but damn, do you get salty?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I get salty about a lot of stuff.
Well, one, because it seems like whoever's gonna win is gonna win, and it's very apparent up front with Pokemon. I don't know, but most of the shit I watch,
not necessarily. There's a lot of. This is gonna sound so stupid. There's a lot of ins and outs to Pokemon that are just like there's switch baiting, where you see their team before you battle them, and you can switch Pokemon whenever you want. And a lot of people will just flex, like let me throw out my whatever, Wigglytuff. And you'll be like, is he going to keep that Pokemon out against this Pokemon? Do I need to switch Pokemon for that Pokemon? And then on their turn, they'll switch into another thing to bait out an attack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like rock, paper, scissors kind of mind game type stuff going on. And I know that's not for everybody, but like I learned a lot from watching Shofu. He's a YouTuber, streamer guy who does he did a lot of Pokemon stuff back then. I don't know what he's up to now. But yeah.
This is crazy because this is all hidden under like the Pokemon hood, if you will.
Yeah.
It's not like...
That's what I say. Pokemon in-game is like...
It's a whole different fucking game.
Yeah.
Because none of that applies when you're playing the game. You're like...
There's a trainer. You're throwing out what? Let me switch to my thing.
Well,
Bam!
when you're in the main game, it really doesn't matter. You're like, oh, it's a trainer. Here's my level 438 Charizard that I've had for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you just...
You ain't got to worry about IDs, EVs, natures, items, entry hazards, stuff like that.
Man, we got to get you a Switch.
Dude...
Somebody come at him. Somebody come at him, because this sounded great.
I would literally only get the Switch for Pokemon. And maybe a few other... I don't even know what the Switch roster thing has on it. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'd probably get Luigi's Mansion 3.
I like this game.
Now that you show it off. So you went with the physical edition.
Always. Yep. I'm waiting for that sweet moment where I clear all this off, and then I put it in there.
Yeah, maybe I'll buy Overwatch on this week. Maybe I'll get it for Christmas.
You can get you a light. Do you feel like docking it?
No.
Well, you can get you a Switch Lite. Just handheld only. Longer battery life.
I mean, maybe.
They got cool
That's
colors.
essentially what it is, right? Just a
I hardly ever
3DS or a 2DS on steroids.
Yeah, I hardly ever hook mine up to
How
a
big
TV.
is it? Do we know how big the light is?
It's smaller and lighter.
Hence the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just saddens me that it's Switch exclusive. That's expensive. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
For one game.
But Nintendo always has... That's always been a thing for me. I know what I'm getting at when I buy a Nintendo console. I'm not going in for AAA fucking madness, multiplayer craziness. I'm going for those 5 games that I bought when my parents bought me when I was like 10.
But see, I don't feel
and
like...
now they just keep making them and I feel obligated to buy them. It's like mind control.
A little bit. I don't feel like I'd get my money's worth if I just bought the Switch for one game. I'd feel bad, if anything.
Well, you know, they got the online service where you can go back and play some Super NES games and stuff like that.
I guess that's
Because I know
cool.
you're not too well versed in, OG NES and SNES stuff.
I mean, I'm sure there's some stuff on there that would be cool to go back and play, like
and plus,
Yoshi's Island or something like that.
It's a decent fucking indie house thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they have sales all the time.
I can play Spot the Difference 3.
Well, yeah, you can also play Trashware or whatever you want to call that shit. But, they got decent games you can pick up for $5, $10, $15, $20 and have a blast and take it wherever you go.
Well, Black Friday is like 3 weeks from now.
And if you feel like beating the hell out of somebody to save $50 on a Switch, you go right ahead, buddy.
I was going to do like a Cyber Monday deal. Because
There you go.
people sleep on Cyber Monday. That's where the real OGs do it. Or no, maybe not real OGs, but the big brain people do it. Joey, Aaron, Brandon, hope we answered your questions sufficiently. Kind of ranted about
Pokemon.
yeah. Super specific, in-depth stuff. Hopefully one of y'all could keep up with it.
Yeah.
I want to get back to this Uber thing real quick before we wrap up.
I was kind of hoping we could actually, yeah.
Because you said Uber's not in our area. And, like,
why?
By default, you know what that means?
What?
Uber Eats isn't in our area.
Yeah, I know.
And I've realized this the other day. Actually,
in
the past couple weeks.
Last week I was at work and I wanted something that I couldn't. I was
dog. Don't even get me started. Because Huddle House used to be open 24/7.
No.
So if you was hungry, you could go up to Huddle House, get some food, wait like 10 minutes or so, and go back to your house and eat or whatever. They're not open 24/7 anymore. So unless it's a Friday or a Saturday when McDonald's is open up 24/7, if it's nighttime, you're out of luck when it comes to food. And more specifically, Domino's doesn't deliver to our house anymore.
Anymore?
Yeah. Because I tried to place an order on, Domino's.com, whatever, and typed in my address, and they were like, oh, sorry, this house isn't on one of our delivery routes, but you can order carryout. And I'm like, that's not the point. I want it delivered.
What?
Yeah.
How long have they...
I don't know, because we've ordered from there before. And, I don't know, I guess they changed something, routes, coverage area or something. I don't know.
That means like nobody delivers to you. You probably got stars.
Maybe.
Stars
But I mean, stars is meh.
You're okay.
But just, just for like shits and giggles, I downloaded Uber Eats and I was like, let me see if this is a thing. Nope.
I downloaded like 3 of them the other day because I was at work, stuck at work, and I really wanted something fucking delicious.
Did you try Dine and Dash?
I tried, was it DoorDash?
DoorDash.
Yeah, DoorDash, Grubhub,
Mm-hmm.
and Uber Eats. None of them. Why? I don't get it. It seems like a loss of a market.
Hashtag bring back Pauly Shore and get Uber Eats to Madison Maydet, Stokesdale, Reidsville, Eden, Summerfield area.
Yeah. Boycott Blizzard.
Also boycott Blizzard.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Epstein didn't kill himself. And what else did we say?
I don't know. We're just riding.
Get your ass to Mars.
Do DMT in a salt bath in middle of Arizona.
Marry a chimpanzee.
Yeah, they could rip your dick off.
Yep.
Like with no effort.
Raid Area 51.
I'm sad that didn't turn out right. They just turned into a big alien party, but
that's another example.
Would have been it would have been a good start for.
That's another example of people on the internet not following through with what they say they're going to do.
Bloodshed for something that they believe in.
Raid Area 51. Boycott Blizzard. Protest this. We're here in person now. What do we do? I don't know. I didn't think we'd get this far.
Did you bring your furry costume? I don't know.
That seems a good enough place to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Also, I really have to pee, so
it's all good. I feel like we did all right.
With no news.
Yeah, no news. I lacked on that. My bad. And your lackadaisical attitude there.
Yeah. Well,
through most of it. You seem okay now.
I'm alright. I think the Blizzard stuff put me in a bad mood. Yeah.
It happens.
Looking back on it now, I've got that post-nut clarity where I'm like, wow.
It's No Nut November.
Yeah, I've failed that already.
4 days in. Well, yeah, No Nut November.
I felt that like a day in, homie.
No nutting and no shaving. All month. So you guys have a good...
How's your No Nut November working out?
That's done. Yeah. Yeah, this has been it for episode 10 of Talking Snacks. Thank you guys for joining us. Especially thank you guys for writing in. We appreciate it every week. Same time, Mondays. Normally.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, usually. Thanks, guys.